everybody, this is 𝓵𝓸 𝓷𝓨 here, cancer survivor, manifestation coach and a best-selling author. Do you know, according to World Health Organization, 800 million people spend at least 10% of their income on health expenses, and about 100 million people have to take out of their own pockets, take out money out of their own pockets, that is leading to poverty. So according to World Health Organization, like there's so much in the health expenses that the real people who cannot afford it is only living on $1.90 a day. That is pushing them to the poverty line. And according to the Global Monitoring Health Report, it is being said that so many people cannot afford, the health services. So what are we doing about it? Why am I telling you this? Because when I had to go through this major dreaded disease, it was really shocking, because I didn't realize that it takes so much from the insurance aspect, and I didn't know. Of course, I had insurance, but I didn't know so many things, so much paperwork. In fact, there's, as it is, so much trauma going through when you're going through the disease, and plus we have to do so much paperwork in terms of insurance. So even the World Health Organization says that we are really not focusing, our investments on health, because if we don't focus our investments on health, it's not going to be possible to move forward, because everyone does sometimes, need medical treatment in whatever they are going through. So we have to be high on alert and see, what are we doing in terms of that? What is the government doing with regards to health services, who cannot afford those kind of services, which is happening, even in the rural villages or even urban, everywhere, because so much goes also, for the expenses of the treatment, and then there's so much paperwork, and then they ask for so many things, you have to fill up so many forms. And I learned a lot, because I didn't even know, so much goes in it, because I had never gone to the hospital. As I had mentioned earlier, that I was a girl means never gone to the hospital, but I used to just go quickly for a blood test, for normal checkups, and I was so scared with needles also. So that's when I realized that, you have to be very, very aware with your insurance, with your paperwork, and so really work on that aspect also, because if you don't have that, it can actually push a lot of people to the poverty aspect, because a lot goes, in the treatment. So that's what it is. They say it is completely unacceptable that half of the world still lacks coverage for the most essential health services, according to Dr. Tedros, the director of WHO. So what are we doing about it? So they say, like, of course this is abroad, I don't know, like, what is happening really everywhere, but abroad there's a universal health coverage where, they are pushing people to, people who cannot afford the health services. What are we going to do about it? Because it's very important to have investment in health, because it's no use that, that we spend so much in health and then it's going extreme to the poverty line. So President Dr. Jim Yim, he says investment in health are the most generally the investment in people are critical to build the human capital and enable sustainability and economic growth. These things are very important, and I really started to self-reflect that, it is important to have all this in place, because sometimes when you don't know anything, it can go to extreme, and you have to be alert on what you're doing. Of course, if you're a patient, then you have to have help with some of your family members of doing what is there. So please work on these aspects also. As I've always said, investment in health is wealth. Today you might have all the money in the world, but if you don't have health, what's the use? Can you travel? Can you go anywhere? Can you enjoy with your friends? So these things are very, very important. So please consider these things. And so thank you so much. Work on this aspect, because it is very, very a crucial aspect on, how if someone is having any disease or any surgery, which is very, very important. So please, this is very important information. Forward this video for your family and friends, and click on the button below and take action now. Don't delay. You might not have anything now, any disease, but it can happen later on. So really focus on these aspects, as that's very important. So thank you so much for listening to my video and have a great day.